You may remember Micah Johnson, a former big leaguer who briefly played with the Dodgers in 2016. He took to Twitter today responding to a Garrett Cole pitch, and he said, "When I saw baseballs doing this, I knew it was time to become an artist." Well, he certainly accomplished that with an exhibit now in West Hollywood. Lisa Hillary caught up with Johnson to find out how he made the transition, including the major role Dave Roberts played.
Looking to play by Micah. Yes, beautiful play by Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson originally made a name for himself playing baseball. In his first full season in the minors, he led all of baseball in stolen bases. Johnson got the call to the big leagues in 2015 with the White Sox, and that was followed by a stint with the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, for me, I didn't contribute much on the field, but off the field with the Dodgers has impacted my life more than any other thing, any other team for that matter. They gave me my first art exhibit. I did my first art exhibit at Dodger Stadium.
It was with the Dodgers that Micah's other talent, art, was brought into focus. Hardly the norm for a professional athlete.
Dave, it's a little unusual for a player to want to become the next Picasso, wouldn't you think?
It certainly is, with the time that it takes to continue to hone your skills as a ball player.
Yeah.
But Micah's different. It's the left side and the right side of the brain.
Johnson credits Dodgers manager Dave Roberts for encouraging him to pursue his passion off the baseball field.
I had been watching how he brings up the new guys in spring training and asking them what they like to do. So right before I went to spring training, I did a little painting thing. So it was fresh on my mind. I did a watercolor. It's in my mom's house. I said painting when he asked me what I like to do. He said, "Great, you're going to do a painting of Maury Wills." And I said, "Oh."
I do recall there was an early morning meeting that I had during spring training with all the guys, and to try to get people more comfortable, especially the newer players, the younger players, and asked Micah if he had a certain talent, and he talked about painting. And so there was a Dodger great, Maury Wills, in attendance at that point in time in uniform, and so they were both kind of similar type players, and so I wanted Micah to do an ode to Maury and do a painting of him. And so I didn't know what to expect, but when it came back, it just blew us all away.
I spent weeks on it. The entire spring training, I did this painting, presented it to the team, and what made me pursue art was the fact that those teammates came up to me personally and were like, "This is amazing. You're really talented."
The beautiful work of 29-year-old Johnson, who is now quarantined in Maine, can be seen on exhibit at Art Angels in West Hollywood.
We're so excited. We were so happy when we were hanging these pieces on the wall. They bring us joy.
For this young father of one, baseball still plays a huge role. Micah is using COVID-19 as a way to give back to the sport that was so good to him. Minor league baseball players were hit hard by this pandemic. Tell me how you're using your art to help.
Initially it started with me just saying, "Hey, you guys can, I don't have, I can't just give you guys money." And they don't want money. They want to work for what they have. They're used to working. So I say, you can sell some paintings and try that out. It was fun because, these guys know art. They don't know anything about art, but a lot of guys signed up and tried to sell them. But unfortunately they were selling really quickly. And then I had another minor league guy do some animation work for me, animating my paintings and work like that. Just little stuff that he could do, he was so grateful for the opportunity just to have, a paycheck or some money.